What's up? What's up? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Please hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also, hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. I see the lovely, beautiful brown sugar in the building first. How you doing, Queen? Um, I want to thank everybody that just viewed just not too long ago. Of course, I had to exercise the safety because you can mess up your eyes and your retina when you look straight into the solar eclipse and everything. But I just wanted some people to view it. It wasn't the view that I had hoped for, but nevertheless, I still was able to capture it. With that being said, I also want to send a shout out to all of my subs, both my day ones, okay, and as well as my new subs too. I thank you for continuing to rock with me, um, and I thank you for the progression of this channel, and I thank all of my new subs for coming on aboard and hearing what I have to say, uh, and also just trying to fertilize your brain with info if needed, and also learn from y'all too as well. I also want to send a shout out to the whole Lions Den, both the basketball as well as boxing communities too as well. Okay, um, this is what I'm going to say. Okay, now let's make no mistake about it. Okay, Dame Lillard is he's a remarkable talent. Okay, he is. Um, I started watching Dame when he was in college. Okay, I didn't watch him that much in high school when he, coming from the Bay Area, coming from Oakland and all of that. I didn't watch him then, but I did watch him in college. And, coming out of college, they raised a lot of question about Dame. The main thing is would he be able to succeed at the NBA level? Okay. Uh, would he be able to, you know, raise his game to the upper echelon of the other stars that are in the league? Um, and while he's done that, he's never really been successful and never been able to get over that hump of winning a championship, or for that matter, really truly being a a team player. Now, some of y'all might be like, well, he is a team player. He's leading his team to this. He's leading his team to that. What's up with it, True? I see you in the building, man. Shout out to True the King, man. Some might say, okay, well, straight. What's the matter? He got a bag, so to speak, and he's got offensive skills, and he could do this and he could do that. Yeah, that's great, but he hasn't been successful at it. I mean, he's been successful at it from an individual standpoint, but you're not going to sit up here and tell me that he deserves to be in the top 75. Okay, now, granted, he's a future Hall of Famer, but to be honest with you, you can't. Dame is somebody that you can't depend on, and he has brought a loser's mentality to Milwaukee. Now, let's not get it twisted. Them losing Drew Holiday, I've always said that was the biggest mistake, and as well as firing Adrian Griffin. Those were the two key mistakes to Milwaukee and why they're in a slump right now. Okay, and why they've really been uh, up and down pretty much the whole season. Now I know their record might not show that, but I'm not going to sit up here and say that the Milwaukee Bucks look like the championship team that they did when they won it just a couple years ago. Okay, that's just from what I see. Um, I don't see Dame. What's up, Ted? I don't see Dame winning a championship. Not with Giannis. I want to give a shout out to the brother Ticket because he was saying some things about this. Um, he even said put Dame on the bench, um, and it might just come to that, you know. And if 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 I'm in the front office, what I'm doing is I'm trying to. While I like Middleton and what he's brought to the table, you can't rely on Middleton because he seems to always be hurt, at the wrong time, and we don't want. And it's not looking too good because I think he's pretty much out. And so the Bucks don't really have that guy, with the exception of Giannis, that they could truly count upon in terms of having an option A, B, C, D, and so forth, like the Nuggets, and that's why I feel like, or even the Celtics. The Celtics got at least. While I still don't think that the Celtics are going to win the championship, and that's no shade to Brown Sugar or True the King. I just think that there's a team that's a threat to y'all. And also, if y'all run into Denver, I don't see y'all contending with Denver unless Joe Mazzulla just magically comes with this coaching prowess in the playoffs where he's able to mix it up besides just relying heavily on the 3-point shot. I like Middleton, man. I mean, I don't want people to get make any mistake. I like Middleton. I really like him really for his defense. I mean, his offense is okay, but he's a roller coaster on offense. But one thing that you can't say about Middleton is the fact that he doesn't give the effort on defense because he always has. And has he taken a step back a little bit? Yeah, he has. But um, for the most part, yeah, I do like Middleton, but it's time for him to go. You know what I'm saying? Just like if they want to go anywhere, they're gonna have to get rid of that loser's mentality. It's Giannis with the chip, not 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 Dame Lillard. You said Lopez is aging, but can still ball. Yeah, this version of Lopez, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really like this version of Lopez. I like the old version of Lopez, but it got him a championship. So I mean, who am I to say anything? But the thing about what we got to look at too is okay, Lopez at one point was seen as a top big man, as one of the top big men in the league. Well, he was getting ready to emerge as that when he was in Brooklyn, and then it was like once I think he had injuries that kind of like derailed him, and then that's when he was in Milwaukee. But he was always, if you go back and you go look at the old Brook Lopez, he started off, rather shaky, a little bit slower, but then he started coming on. I remember that year when he was under Jason Kidd and them, and they went pretty far, but I think he ended up getting hurt or something like that. What's up with it, Matt Moses? So, Dame has brought a loser's mentality to Milwaukee, and I don't see them going anywhere. And this is another thing too that we gotta put out there too. Okay, um, listen, I've always talked about Jalen Brunson. Okay. Um, I know me and the brother Ticket, we were having a discussion about this a long time ago, and he had asked me who is the most important player on the Dallas Mavericks, and everybody was saying I was crazy for saying Jalen Brunson during that time when he was playing with Luca, but a lot of people didn't understand what I was truly saying. I was saying that yeah, Luca, he's gonna score. He gonna get you all these triple doubles, and he gonna shoot the three. He gonna do that and stuff. But then by the end of the third or fourth quarter, guess what? He's gassed, and then you can't really rely on your superstar because he, of his poor conditioning and him wanting to dribble the ball so much. I said the most important guy on Dallas is Jalen Brunson, and I said Jalen Brunson, he's gonna break out. Everybody was like, "Nah, you capping straight." No, and that was because okay, his stats ain't really gonna jump out at you, but if you look at the way that he plays the point guard position, he does everything necessary that a point guard is supposed to do. In Jalen Brunson, you got to talk about he was a champion at Villanova, so why wouldn't he know the expectations of winning a championship? Now, it was at the collegiate level, but nevertheless, he was still a champion of some sort. So he does have a winner's mentality. Now, did he get drafted in the the first round and all that other stuff? Nah, he didn't. He didn't. Jalen Brown was he was drafted in the second round. What's up with it, Octavius? I see you in the building, man. Did you check out the eclipse, brother? Here in the DF Dub, you said he looks MID on the Bucks. Um, man, look, bro. When he brought the losers, he he brought that losers mentality over to the Bucks. Okay, I'll give you another example. Just like James Harden has brought the losers mentality over to the Clippers. I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it was, it really wasn't that dark. It wasn't that dark. It didn't get that dark to me over here. It really didn't get that dark. But the reason why I did the eclipse, I'm jumping off the subject just a little bit, but I did want to talk about this. The reason why I did that, man, is because you'll be surprised, man, about how many people was up in here saying, yeah, you know, it's the end of civilization as we know it. The end of the world is coming. You know what I'm saying? The creator is gonna magically be formed in the from a moon and the skies and all this other stuff, and he's gonna appear and he's gonna be like, "Come to me now," or some BS like that. And that's just not gonna happen, man. And you'll be surprised a lot of people really think that way. And that's why I put the song by All for One. I kind of I know Sugar like that song too. I swear. But it and Ted like that song too. But I really I really said I swear, because I swear some of y'all people are delusional. that's that was my reason for I swear, and then also I was just throwing in there the sun and the moon, and I mean the moon in the sky and all this other BS. But I mean, we still here. Like I said, you gonna continue doing what you're doing and stuff. Now, I'm gonna talk about it just for like a few more seconds, and then I'll get back on the basketball. But what I'm gonna say is that you'll know when when that time happens. Now, are we gonna be here? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? But who do I know? I'm not here to predict anything. But are the signs there? Yeah. But you can't live your life in fear. Actually, that's a form of evil. Actually, that's the Most High frowns upon you living your life in fear. But a lot of people don't know that. But anyways, I ain't trying to preach. Um, but like I was saying, James Harden and shout out to the brother the Pull Up Podcast. I know he finna be a little upset when I say this, but uh, James Harden has brought a loser's mentality to the Clippers, and it's no knock on their talent, but he's brought the loser's mentality over there. Because think about it, James Harden is lazy. James Harden plays when he wants to. James Harden never shows up to the in the playoffs when you need him. He'll perform good. Like he'll put up like 30 some odd points or damn near triple double or something like that. And then you're like, oh yeah, man, James Harden, we just really love him. And then after that, he's gone for the next couple games. Yeah, right. He's been balling, but will we be able to say we've said that last? Listen, Ted, look at the word that you just typed. He's been balling. You know how many times I've heard that in James Harden 10+ years career. I you had when he was with Boston. I mean not Boston. When he was with Brooklyn, everybody was calling him, oh, he's one of the greatest point guards ever and all this other stuff. And then next thing you know, then you can't rely on him. Of course, I know he got hurt. I do give him props for, trying to at least play when KD was when he was hobbled and then KD was having to pick up the slack and all that. I give him credit on that. But even still, then after that, you bounce just the way your whole attitude was or how you bounced. Then you went to Philly. You pretty much disrupted what we had going on. You kind of, I'm not going to say you stunted the growth of Maxey, but you kind of like slowed him up. Man, we could have already had Maxey well ahead, but you want to come up in there with your shenanigans, and show up when you want to and all this other stuff and being inconsistent in the playoffs and stuff. And don't get me started on Houston, so we know his track record. And now it's like he's destined to do the same thing over there with the Clippers. And the reason why I bring up that is because that's what I feel like Dame Lillard is getting ready to do. He getting ready to do that. He getting ready to do that. And to me, I don't know, man. If I'm Giannis, man, I'm trying to move away from Dame. I'm just being honest with you because Giannis wants to win right now. You can see it, but also Giannis, as much as I like Giannis, he really hasn't been taking control like he really needs to. You said Harden used a mid range has used mid range game is bad. Look, man, can he do that in the playoffs? Will he be able to perform? Will he be able to do that in the playoffs? Because honestly, if James Harden was to do less scoring and more defending and more doing stuff besides scoring, the other intangibles, I guarantee you things would be a lot better. But the main thing and the prime objective of him winning and him going further, it all starts with his attitude. And it's something that it's really contagious. He has a very negative attitude. Some of those girls that play in college basketball, like I bet you, hey, look, man, y'all gonna think I'm crazy for saying this. I think Savannah, hey, look, I'll take Savannah over James Harden. Look, man, I would take some of them girls over James Harden in a heartbeat, or somebody like Dame Lillard in a heartbeat, because at least I know they gonna win. I know y'all think I'm crazy for saying that, but it seemed like them girls, they want to win, and they want to annihilate you. They want to do everything that they can to stop you from winning over there, and they so competitive in comparison to a James Harden or a Dame Lillard. It's like, what are you playing for? And look, I don't want to talk. Listen, I know he's going through a tough time with his personal life and all that other stuff. I do have a heart, you know what I'm saying, and I fathom, I understand what he may be going through. But at the same token, you signed up for this, and this is what you wanted to do. Like, this is your job. Okay, so what if you need to, what you're gonna have to do is just go ahead and take you a leave of absence. Do yourself a favor and do the team a favor, and and take a leave of absence. Get whatever you need done straight. Andrew Wiggins was able to do it, and guess what? The Warriors are rolling. Wiggins is actually playing pretty good. Okay, Wiggins is actually playing good. What's up, Cypress? Yeah, we know that. But like, do yourself a favor. Go ahead and go. Take a leave of absence. Man, nobody's gonna trip on what you believe in Wiggins. Yeah, I do. Man, Wiggins was the reason. He was the sole reason. Like, okay, you know how the Lakers was like LeBron failed to mention that Rondo was a key piece to y'all winning that championship in 2020. That's kind of how what Wiggins was to the Warriors. But I wasn't mad that they gave it to Steph Curry, because Steph Curry had a phenomenal season, and a great postseason. But if you would have gave it to Wiggins, I wouldn't have been mad at him, because Wiggins balled out, and it wasn't all on offense. It was his defensive mentality too. So I just I really do feel like Dame Lillard, man, whatever he's going through, he needs to. This is the wrong time to be going through that. And they're sitting there all comfortable, and everybody's saying, "Oh yeah, they're gonna wait to the playoffs and stuff like that." That's the wrong time to wait, because you're gonna have a team that's gonna sneak up on you, like in Orlando. You know, hey Philly, man, listen, we're in a good groove right now. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we're in the seventh spot. We're not where we want to be, but if we face the Bucks, I feel like we can beat the Bucks, especially the way that they're playing now. Like, you can't. Okay, on the Bucks, who can stop Oubre if he's balling good, right? Who gonna be able to stop Embiid if he balling good? Who gonna be able to stop Maxi if he balling good? Don't disrespect the baby Dame like that, my friend. That's not him having no. It's Glenn Rivers can't coach him up. Salute to you, Gunners boss. Now, you said not to disrespect Dame. Um, I want to let you know that it's not disrespect. It's more of a fact. Uh, he talented it, okay. But let me ask you this, man. Let's take Doc Rivers out of the equation. What did he do when he didn't have Doc Rivers? And I'll wait for you to answer that. because you're sitting there, everybody's like, oh yeah, he could ball and he could hoop and all this other stuff, but he's never been successful. He's never been to the finals. He hasn't won a championship. He shot his teams out of games. He's a lot of guys don't really like playing with him. And Doc Rivers, does he need to step it up? Yeah, he does. I've already talked about Doc, and I've already said that I don't. From the beginning of the season, I said that Doc should be somewhere in the front office. Also, another thing that we got to look at too, I felt like Doc coming in the middle of the season, that was unfair to him. They were already 40 games in. They were already 40 games in. They were 30-13 when they had came in. Okay, so they were pretty much already halfway through the season. There was no need to make a change. Rude boy. Nah, man. Shout out to Jamaica, man. Montego Bay, Kingston. But Gunners, man, you got to understand. Look, I like Dame as as a player, but we got to be honest. It's just like I like Joel Embiid as a player, but they 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 have to get over that hump in order for us to be talking about you in the highlight. It's just like with Caitlin Clark. Let's go back to her, right? She done got all these records, all this, all that, all this, like Ted be saying, great white hype, all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they talk about Angel Reese like she ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like she the scum of the earth or something. They always talk about her being ratchet, ghetto, and you know what I'm saying? All these other names and the debutantes and all that other stuff, dirty debutantes and stuff like that, which was really even more disrespectful than calling her ratchet and all this other stuff. But meanwhile, they forgetting that she's the one with the championship, and that's the end. That's the end game. Man, you really want me to go in on it? I mean, look, don't listen. Her sitting there crying and stuff like that about the refs and all that other stuff. What if you had won? You wouldn't be saying that. You wouldn't be saying any of this. The only reason you coming out like that is because you lost. And then on top of that, you lost on the biggest stage 2 years in a row. After they had been talking, oh, Caitlin Clark, oh, Caitlin Clark, oh, Caitlin Clark. Every time you turn on TV, man, they talking about her just about as much as they talk about LeBron James. I believe Giannis is the problem on the Bucks team. They got destroyed when they traded their defense for offense. Angel Reese is the boss of Caitlin. Okay, I agree with you with Angel Reese. And you said Echo. I'm gonna talk about Echo in a minute, man. I'm gonna talk about that because nobody's talking about what's it called? Um, what's it got? LaShawn McCoy. Nobody came in. LaShawn McCoy, but he said pretty much the same thing that Paul Pierce said. You know what I'm saying? But I'll get to that in a minute. Now you're saying that Giannis is the problem. He's not the sole problem. He's part of the problem. He's part of the problem. He's playing. Giannis used to have that mentality like, okay, forget what everybody got to say about me. I don't care about having to prove I got a jump shot. I don't care about proving, you know what I'm saying, that I could destroy a wall and all this other stuff. He just went out there and just hooped and said, skip all that. Could he have been a better leader, more vocal, stuff like that? Yeah. Just like he could do now. But he's not the sole problem. The sole problem is Dame. He's brought a loser's mentality, and on top of that, Drew Holiday leaving. They don't went to the Celtics, and I've always said that they shouldn't have got rid of him. You said Clark going to the WNBA as a two-time loser, while Andrew, yeah, she came as a champion. You said Angel Reese showed some softness after claiming to be the lady villain, didn't embrace her abandon. No, 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 no. Nah, she didn't show no softness. I mean, dog, she first off, she's a woman, okay? Like let's not okay. They got to go out there. They got to play, a competitive sport and everything. But she's still a woman at the end of the day, man. And women are emotional. They're emotional creatures. You know what I'm saying? Like they are gonna cry. You know what I'm saying and stuff. The fact that she cried, that don't make her weak. You know what I'm saying? You talking about a lady? Okay, she's not a kid. She's a lady. She's a young lady. She done got death threats. They done dehumanized her. You know what I'm saying? Now, the sexualizing part. Hey, look, man. If you're gonna put yourself on social media twerking and showing ass and titties and stuff, hey, then you know that's on you right there. Okay, I can't sit up there and show no sympathy for that because you put yourself out there on TikTok and all these other people, all these other social media sites, and then you got pervs out there that want to look at you and stuff like that. That's on you. Okay, you know what comes with it. But all this other stuff that they calling her and stuff, I think it's unfair. But the fact that she cried, I don't look at her in no other way because she cried. But guess what? She got a ring. Ain't Caitlin Clark? She cried. She ain't got no ring. All she got is a whole bunch of records and stuff. So at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. She was able to hoist that trophy, Angel Reese. You said Doc Rivers and Dame is a problem. Doc Rivers, man, he already recognizes that they're going to struggle with teams like Indiana and stuff. And see, everybody was sitting here saying stuff about Halliburton and stuff like that. Oh, his shot and all this other stuff. Halliburton is balling. Now he did go through a slump. I want to say in the month of it was like in the beginning of March or something like that. He went through a little slump, but other than that, he's gotten back on track. Halliburton is one of the elite point guards. When you talk about Jalen Brunson, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, when you talk about um, Tyrese Halliburton, those are supremely gifted point guard. Dame is not on their level. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, you said Halliburton is the best point guard in basketball. Uh, that's your opinion. I mean, he's one of the best. I wouldn't put him above Brunson just because Brunson has been a little bit more successful. And on top of that, Brunson has taken New York and pretty much flipped it upside down. Now they're talking about New York again. He's bringing some energy there. But I'm gonna tell you this though, Ted. I did want Halliburton when he was up on the market. I wanted Halliburton or when he was available, and when he was up for in trade talks and stuff, coming over from Sacramento. I wanted him with the Sixers. I wanted to grab him, Paul. And you said she and her boyfriend was in L.A. and New York and other places in offseason after winning the Natty, and no one was bothering them. But right after losing in the finals, all this come out. Are you talking about Angel Reese, Gunner's boss? Okay. Um, Look, hold that thought. Your boy will be back later. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, hit them notifications so that you notified. Straight to the point. I get at y'all later.